Hi, I'm Eric Siegel with ericstrains.com, and in today's video we're going to be doing the second installment of my scenery tutorial workshop. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to build up some scenery around these tunnels. If you recall, in the last tutorial video I showed you how to build this tunnel here. Since then I've added on one more tunnel using the same methods, and I've also built up this wood frame around and put this plywood up here for the second level of track. And then I've used a saber saw to cut out an irregular shape for our hillside. Now, because today's project uses many of the same materials and methods that were used when we built this tunnel, it's imperative that you watch the tunnel tutorial video first before you watch this video, because I'm going to go a little bit faster in this video and I'm not going to spend near as much time going into detail about all the methods and materials that we're going to use. So do yourself a favor and watch the other video first before watching this one. If you don't, be warned that you may not understand everything I'm talking about in this video. If you want to watch the tunnel video, click on the link that's popping up on the screen right now, and that'll take you to the beginning of that video. It's about a 76-minute long video. Once you're done, come back to this video. You'll be all caught up, and then everything I'm doing today will make a lot more sense. Just like I did in the tunnel video, I want to remind you that the methods that you're going to see me use today are not my methods. I did not invent them. I picked them up from various other sources, and I'm in no way trying to take credit for inventing these methods. I also want to remind you that there are literally thousands of ways to do scenery, and the way that I'm doing it is by no means the only way to do it. This is the method that works for me on my layout, but it may not work for you. So take what you can from this video, but in the end, you need to find a method that works for you on your layout. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right in and get started. Okay, like I said, this is the second level where I'm going to have my second level of track. And what we're going to do is build some hillside scenery all around these tunnels and over here. The first step in doing that is something that many of you are probably already familiar with. We're going to build a cardboard lattice that'll serve as the foundation for the rest of our scenery. Our cardboard lattice will be built using these cardboard strips. You can either cut your own or you can do what I did. I bought these cardboard strips at Micromark, www.micromark.com. You can get a package of 90 for about $7. So the first step in making our cardboard lattice for the hillside is to make the vertical members of that lattice. Now, one thing I like to do, because when you buy these cardboard strips, they're a little stiff at first, and so to loosen them up, I'll put my thumb here, my index finger here, and just sort of run it like that, and that'll kind of break the spine and make this cardboard a little more flexible, which makes it better for the work we're going to do today. Just make sure you don't get a paper cut when you do that. So we'll start off by taking our old glue gun here. This is the same glue gun that I used when we built the tunnel, and I'll put a little dab of glue here, and then I'll just fasten it right onto the back of this tunnel. That. And then with the other end, I'm going to bring it up here and just sort of shape it into the rough outline of a hill. Sort of like that. And once I know how long it needs to be, I'll snip it with some scissors, put some more glue on this end, and then fasten it down just like that. And the reason I bring it up and over the edge of this wood is because I want to hide the fact that there's an edge here, and when this is all done, I don't want people to see that there is a wood edge here, so that's why I bring it up and over. And we'll just keep going like that. Now we're going to do the next vertical member. And I like to space them maybe about 2-3 inches apart, like that. And we'll just put it on the back of the tunnel portal again, like that. Bring it up and over. And you don't want to have it be exactly the same as this one, obviously, because it's a hillside and there's going to be a certain degree of randomness in a hillside. So you want to avoid uniformity when you're making these things. So cut it like that, put some glue on, and sort of bring that one over like this. And we're just going to keep doing this all the way on top of these tunnels and all the way back here. On this section right here, I'm going to do something to add a little variety to this. I need to have a straight wall coming off this end of the portal. So I've just got a scrap piece of foam. This is that pink foam you can get at Home Depot. Just a scrap piece. And I'm just going to put it like this, coming off this wall at an angle. Sort of like that. Like that. And then I'll just continue to do these vertical segments, just coming off the top of that piece of foam. Okay, so we've got all the vertical members in place. So now we're going to do the next step, which is to put horizontal members in place, and that'll give this thing a little more strength. Putting in the horizontal members is pretty easy. What we're going to do is we're just going to weave it in back and forth. So we're going to go under, over, under, over. So what we'll start here. So I'm going over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under. Kind of like that. And then we're just going to use the hot glue gun, just a little dab on the back side, to set it in place. Sort of like you're weaving a basket. Just like that, and you can go pretty fast. So here's another strip, and I started on the over right here, so I'm going to start it under. So it'll go under, over, under, and you just want to alternate, and that will give the structure some strength. And while you're doing this, you can start to give a little bit more shape to your hill by, if you need it to poke out a little bit like that, and you want a little outcrop of rock, maybe you can do something like that, like this. And we're just going to keep on doing these horizontal members for this entire section of scenery. Okay, as you can see, the horizontal members are now in place and the cardboard lattice is complete. So the next step is to put some hard shell on top of the lattice. The hard shell material is going to be that window screen foam stuff that we used when we built the tunnel. Okay, I've made up a sheet of window screen foam here. It's still soft, it has not cured yet, and so we've got about 15 or 20 minutes to cover the cardboard lattice with this foam before it hardens up into a nice hard shell. Now at this point, if you're saying, Eric, what the heck is window screen foam and how do I make it? That means you did not heed my warning and watch the tunnel building video before this video, because in the tunnel building video, among other things, I showed how to make this window screen foam using the polyurethane foam and fiberglass window screen. So, if you're lost right now, again, do yourself a favor, go back and watch the tunnel video before watching this video. If you want to watch that video, click on the link that's popping up on the screen right now. So, what we're going to do is, using some hot glue and a pair of scissors, we're just going to cut this to make it fit around here and glue it down to the cardboard lattice like that.